border area, the frequency is not as much sufficient as it is required for the online conversation. So it is maybe because of that the network is not as much in frequency as much is required.
Okay, so firstly, can you reopen your camera again? Means, can you first close it, then again open it, your camera?
I think I am visible right now.
Yeah, so please reopen your camera.
Okay. Am I visible to you, ma'am, now?
Yeah, now you're visible to me. So, good evening.
Yeah, very good evening, ma'am.
So, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great, and thank you for asking. How about you? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. So, we are meeting first time, so can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, of course, why not, ma'am? And thank you for giving me the opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Anand Gwala. I am from West Bengal, a small district called Alipurduar. And yeah, I am a graduate. I have completed my graduation in the year 2003. And by profession, I am a teacher, and I have been teaching in a government primary school here in West Bengal since 2010. And if I talk about my family, I have a nuclear family. Me, we are 5 members in my family. They are my mother, my spouse, and my 2 little daughters. And as far as my hobbies is concerned, actually I like to grow vegetables. That is my one of the favorite hobbies, you can say. I have a small kitchen garden over here. And apart from that, I like to go through the short stories book and listening music. That's all about me, ma'am. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, that's very fantastic. So, may I introduce myself now?
Yeah, of course, ma'am. I'm very eager to know about you as well.
Yeah. So, my name is Sunidhi Kumari. I am from Jharkhand as I'm studying class 9. I have 5 members in my family and I have 3 siblings, one me and 2 small brothers. And my hobby is to learn English language and to read some books. As like I like to read some books and to speak. You know that I have also included in my hobby to learn this language because I am so much curious to learn this language. That is very interesting language. So that's why I just included in my hobby. Apart from this, I am a YouTuber. I'm running 2 YouTube channel. So that's all about me.
Okay, so ma'am, as you told that you are right now studying in class 9, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
studying class 9.
okay, and one more thing I have noticed that you are a YouTuber as well, you know. So
Yeah.
would you please let me know that how actually you are managing yourself? As you are a student, so I think you must focus on your studies. And yeah,
Yeah.
of course, English language is important. Yeah, I can understand we have to learn this language, but at the same time, you are also running a YouTube channel. So is it possible, or how can you manage all these things at a time?
Okay.
So
So for
could you
managing
please
all of
elaborate?
that, I just give most of the time study purpose only. I can see that whenever I just get the free time, that time I used to speak English language or to upload the videos on YouTube. Daily I'm not getting the time, so that's why I'm not uploading the videos daily. But I can say at the random day I'm uploading the videos if I get the time because I am a student, so that's why I have also to study. So I just think that if I will get my free time, then at that time I speak only like upload the videos on my YouTube.
Okay, that's great to know about you because nowadays what I can say that there are the students who are actually neither bother about their studies nor bother about learning English language. So yeah, I can say that you are very junior to me because right now I'm 43 years old. So you are just like my daughter, I would say rather. Okay. So yeah, you are doing a fantastic job, and please go ahead. And I wish you all the best and for your studies as you want to be a YouTuber and you are already a YouTuber. So I hope that you will get more opportunities over there to flourish yourself.
Yeah, you are right. So I want to ask some question to you that as the people nowadays they think that English is very hard to learn. They think that I should not learn the English language. So what's your opinion about this? Why do you want to learn this language?
It's a very fantastic question you have asked me indeed, I would say. Because see, I did all my education in Hindi medium, and eventually I'm working in a Hindi medium school as well. So if you talk about my speaking journey, it's not so long. It's been 2 months ago. Actually, I have just started my speaking journey, you can say. And yeah, the peoples are all right in some point of view. Because first of all, we have to uh, know that it's not our native language. And another thing is that uh, if we talk about our education system, each and every school, either we talk about the English medium school or the Hindi medium school or any other medium, like in West Bengal, we have Bengali medium schools. What I have, experienced or observed that we were taught during our school days the English as a subject, not as a language. We have the basic, we learn the basic, but again, if it comes to the speaking or the communication part, these things are missing. Actually, the teacher just completed the syllabus and we got the good marks. It is not like that we were poor. And there are the people, they have good command in this particular language, but when it comes to speaking, it's a tough task, I would rather say, because it's a it's a slow process. It will take time, and for that we have to be dedicated and we have to be consistent. And practice is the most important thing. What I have found. And if we do regular practice, then we can, of course, learn this language. After all, it's a language and nothing else. But one more thing I would like to mention over here. We have to love this language. It means if you love this language, means we have to, learn the culture as well of the from where this particular language has been, come out. So yeah, that is from my side. And why the people think it's difficult because of the environment. Just you can take my own example. I am from a village area, and I can say 99% people are engaged in tea garden work. It's a tea garden, and frankly speaking, I do not have any partners or friends that whom I can share my ideas or thoughts in English. So it was an issue with me. So see, my speaking, when I actually started my speaking journey, I got some inspiration from my own children as they are going to convent school. So one of my daughter, the elder one, is in class 6, and the younger one is in class 2. So they just come across me, and one day my elder daughter asked me some questions. It was related to their studies. So then and there I found that I was unable to express myself in English. Actually, I knew the answer. I had the answer, but I was unable to explain them in English. So then and there, I just make up my mind. No, it's now high time. Actually, I have to work on my English. Otherwise, when my daughter will be in higher classes, then it will be very difficult for me to make them understand whatever actually I want to suggest them or instruct them. So this is how my speaking journey is started. And even now, I can say I am a beginner. I am learning uh, each and every day, and I believe that it's like a huge ocean. And if I talk about myself, then I have only a half glass of water, and out of the half glass, it is still a year, and it is yet to be filled up. So for that, I'm actually doing my best and practicing on a regular basis. But again, the problem is here due to the lack of environment and the partner. Sometimes it's not happen as we expect. So, and one more thing I would like to mention, you being a guardian of the family, I have lots of responsibility as well on my soldier. So frankly speaking, sometime whenever I have some spare time, I actually like to interact with the people, and I like it. Now a little bit. I can say I am a bit confident to express myself, my thoughts and ideas. So this is how my speaking journey started and how it is going on now. I can say that.
Yeah, that's very fantastic. The journey was very, really fantastic. I just think that, in my opinion, English is very important to us, because if we know the English language very well, then we will not going to face a lots of difficulties in our life. So I just think that English is very important to us. We should know English language, because nowadays it has become a common language for us. If we know the English language very well, then we can say, like, if we go to the south, then the people, they are speaking in their native language. And if we also go to the abroad of the foreigner peoples, if they will speak in their native language, then we will not able to understand all those things. And if we will speak in our native language also, then definitely they will not gonna to understand those things. For speaking or for connecting anybody, their English is very important to us. So we'll know English language very well, then we can easily connect and we can easily speak English language. As if we want to connect to the peoples globally, then English is very important to us. And we can also see like at the international level, all the university presentation or interview they are given through the English language only. And we can see that everywhere we find English language. If we want to survive in our society, English plays an important role. Like in the phone, all the notification, all the information they are coming in the English only. If we know the English very well, then definitely we are not going to face any problem. As we can see like most of the people, they are fading, they are not able to speak very well, they are hesitating, they are saying that I'm not able to speak, I'm hesitating. So for the hesitation part, I just think that they think English is very a great thing. It is only spoken by a good speaker, a good foreigner people, like this type of things the people think. But I just think that whatever the people, they should know, they should express all those things like broken English, wrong English. At the first time they will fear to speak, but after a long time they will not going to fear anything, and they will definitely going to speak with a confidence and without hesitation. So that's why for a speaking part, practice and regularity is very important to us. Nowadays English is very important to us. If we want to take a higher job or a good job, then English plays an important, like the people who want to be a doctor, IS officer, or other things they want to be. To the interview, the people they are taking, they are only in the English language. We can definitely gonna to face so many difficulties in the interview part also. So I just think that English is very important to us. We can also see like without English we can also survive, but we have to face lots of difficulties in the rural areas. Many of the people, they are not knowing English language. Many of the people, they are not able to speak this language, as they think that I'm only okay in my native language, they are not necessary to learn other language like English. They think like that, but they should not like that. They will also gonna to face a lots of difficulties in their life. So I just think that English is very important to us. In the schools, so many small children, they are knowing English language, they are speaking English language. So why we are not able to speak this language? We can definitely know to speak this language. We will know very well that how we can speak this language. For speaking part, only two things is very necessary, because I have only followed two tips like regularity and practice. If we will follow like this tip, then definitely we are going to speak this language. So that's all my opinion.
Okay. Uh, Thank you very much, for sharing your opinion, and I'm truly agree with your opinion. Yeah, it's a fact that nowadays English has become a global language, and not only in India. Yeah, in your there are some few points you have just raised that if you talk about the interview part, see what is happening whenever we appeared for any government examination, either we talk about the state or the central government. After qualifying those examinations, the interviewer do not bother about our native language or our educational background. They just ask starting question in English, and then and there, if the candidate would not be make out the sentences or express themselves in English, then of course there is a chance of rejection. So I think now the new generation should know all these things, because if they want to make their career better in the future, then they must have to learn this particular language. And yet, and you're absolutely right. Whatever the things we are buying for our day-to-day uses, whenever you go through there, no, there is a manual, so-called manual is given, provided with along with the product. So these are all written in English. So that is also one of the important things I can say, that because if we do not have the knowledge of this particular language, then how can we make out all this instruction what you were given by the some companies? So this is one of the thing. And another thing is that what I have seen that whenever we attend in any gathering like the marriage parties or the birthday ceremonies, I have found that the people who are speaking in English or interacting with one another in English are paying much more attention rather than those people who are talking in their native language. So this is also one of the concern. So,
Yeah.
but the thing is that as I told you earlier, our education system and the syllabus are designed in such a way that it's barely take the part of the communication, and neither the teacher bother about it. So this is the one of the concern I can say. Uh, yeah, it's okay for the English medium student, those who are going to English medium. But what about the other children who are actually studying in government schools? Like I did all my education in a Hindi medium school. So yeah, of course, it's a tough task for those people. So yeah, whatever you said, it's absolutely right, and I hope that it will motivate the other people as well to learn this language. Okay, so as far
That
as well speaking
nowadays,
is
if they are
okay, okay.
or not educated, they didn't. People will doesn't matter that the people is educated or not educated. If the people will speak English language, then people will give more respect to them only. So I just think that English is very important to us.
Yeah, of course, it is important for us, but simultaneously, I would say that we should not make our own mother tongue, inferior, because there is a saying that we can become the scholar of English language and literature, but we can never become Shakespeare or Milton. Similarly, an Englishman can become the scholar of Hindi language and literature, but he cannot become Surdas or Tulsidas. So what I actually mean to say is that we must have respect for our mother tongue. You know, yeah, English is important, but it's only a language. I think it's not any like climbing a Mount Everest, and it's need practice. And yeah, I'm truly agree with you that dedication is also one of the important things, and the burning desire should be there. There should be burning desire to learn this language only then, because we cannot force up anybody's to learn this particular language until and unless he or she will not get motivated from himself or herself. So this is also about the motivation. So this is the second video, is actually a video conversation I would say in my speaking journey, and now I'm speaking with you. Before this, few 1 month ago, I think I had a friend. He actually wanted to make some videos with me, and I had an interaction with him. At that time, I was actually not able to express properly, but now I can say that I'm in a little bit comfortable zone. I can express myself, and I have little bit confidence as well with me. So I can say that I'm improving day by day, and I personally believe it's a slow process, and gradually and slowly that it will take time, to reach to a certain level. So I would like to ask you, as you are YouTuber, and I think that you have come across with the many speakers. So what is your personal point of view? How can I do better in this particular field, so-called communication skills? So what are the things I can add on? Would you please like to suggest me some tips so that I can follow on those things?
Yeah, sure. I just think that to overcome all the fears for speaking this language, we should follow some tips through which we can easily speak English language very well. First of the thing is that in our practice we should not be like that. We if we take the randomly day, we should speak like if we are speaking now and after 2 days we are speaking, then nothing result you can see in yourself. So I just think that for a speaking purpose, practice is very important to us. I'm not telling that just give 2 to 3 hours daily, just give 5 to 10 minutes, it's enough, but give daily. If you practice daily only, then you can see a good result in yourself. Other people don't want to learn this language. And the other tips that I want to share with you, that follow the LS adult, because I have also followed like this tip. If I will follow like this tip, then definitely I will going to speak very well. Like if the somebody is telling to us, so we have to listen it carefully, because listening is very important to us for the speaking part also. If we are listening something carefully, after that we can speak all those things. Whatever we have listened, we have to speak all those things in front of mirror or camera, because many of the people they are fearing to share all those things in front of mirror or camera, because they think that I'm not I'm only comparing the audio call. I should not be like the video call. So I just think that they should speak in the camera. They should face camera, and they should also speak in front of mirror, because if the whatever the things they have listened, they should express those things after speaking. You should also follow the reading, because whatever you are getting, magazine, newspaper, books, whatever you are getting, you should read some books, because if you read, then you will find it more most of the words you are stuck in. So you can go to the social media through which we can easily get the meaning. So if we are reading some books, we can also include it that we are also learning vocabulary from reading part. So I just think that reading is also important to us. If we reading, then we can easily improve our speaking part. So reading is also important to us, and after that I can say writing. whatever we have listened, whatever we have a speak, or whatever we have read, we will write those things, then more idea, more thoughts, or more vocabulary will come, that what I have to write. So I just think that writing is also very very necessary to have. If we will write all those things, more idea, more the thoughts will come. So I just think that if the people will follow like this tip, then definitely they are going to speak very well English language. So because I have also followed like this tip only, so that's why I'm suggesting. And most of the people, they give this suggestion only.
Okay, thank you, ma'am, for giving your valuable feedback and the way how can we enhance our communication skill and how can we master this language. So, thank you very much for sharing your opinion. But now, if we talk about our schooling life, it means it was early 90s, I would say, when I was in high school. At that time, we did not have mobile phones or the social media. So nowadays, I can say that we have a lot of platforms, and because of the social media and internet connections, it's become much more easier to interact with the people, not only in India, throughout the world. We can interact, and there are many platforms from where we can learn this particular language, so-called English. So now I think the situation and the circumstances to learn this particular language has become much more easier if you compare to those early 90s. So I don't know how the peoples are taking it, but you're absolutely right. We should learn this language for our own daily uses, you can say. But yeah, of course, if you talk about rural areas or the village areas, people's the students are not bothering about all those things. When they go for the higher studies, means when they shifted to some other part of the state, means in the urban areas or cities for acquiring the higher degrees, at that time they face lots of challenges because of this particular language, because they found the environment, the people are speaking in English. So somehow and somewhere, these things actually demotivate them, because ultimately when they found themselves that they are unable to speak, they are unable to express themselves, then they feel that they are feeling like they are inferior to those people actually who are good in English. So this is one of the reason. Yeah, you are absolutely right. Whatever you have mentioned, I used to follow some of the tips, but from tomorrow onwards, I think I have to work on some other things, like you suggested that the writing is one of the important part of the learning, I can say. And one more thing you have suggested, that practicing before the mirror. So frankly speaking, I have never tried that process, and I have never made my own videos. This is why I can say that till I'm learning the English, but it's a little bit slow. And yeah, one more thing I had already mentioned you, because lack of the time, because throughout the day I have to be in the school, and in the evening time when I get back to home, I have some household chore, like I have I mentioned a small kitchen garden is there, so I have to take care of those vegetables whatever I have grown there. So I get hardly you can say 1 hour or half an hour time. Today actually I am fortunately get back from my school little bit earlier. So I just text you that whether you are free or not, because you might have seen my message. I have been trying to make connection with you from last 14 days, I can say, but the situation were not in favorable of us. So thank you for giving me your quality time and sharing your experiences and sharing the tips, whatever you have discussed on this particular conversation. I would like to follow all these things, and I hope these things will also motivate those people actually who are from the rural areas and who actually think that English is one of the toughest language and it is not easy to learn it. I think it will give a good message to them as well.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. It was really pleasure to have you here, and of course, I would appreciate whatever you have said and the tips, whatever you have given to me. Thank you for being here and giving me your quality time. Bye bye. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
yeah.